we all have conditioning, and depending upon like how we grew up, what type of city we lived in, what type of environment we lived in, is going to determine the conditioning that we play out. And this conditioning is usually just a thought process. It's our belief system, it's our self-image, and oftentimes we run around operating from this conditioning. And what happens when we operate with this conditioning is that we get into relationships, we meet people, and we go into work and we go into business with this conditioning, and sometimes this conditioning holds us back. And I just did a live Instagram live with a friend of mine, and this is something that we're talking about, and I was sharing with her that that's why I say when you get out of your mind you shine, because your conditioning is only your personal thought process. It's everything that you believe and everything that you learn. But what I emphasize is that you are more than the conditioning, and you're this beautiful awareness that's able to be aware of this conditioning. And so that's why people meditate, and that's why people do breath work, is because when we're able to separate ourselves from the conditioning, and we're able to see that it's just a conditioning, it's just part of the human condition, and we can be compassionate about it, and we cannot beat ourselves up, and we don't beat ourselves up for our conditioning. That's when we're able to really embrace who we are, and we're able to allow ourselves to shine through. And so you know what time it is. It's time to shine. Yo, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time tuning in, I'm Dave Shine, yours truly, and this channel is all about upliftment. And I like to talk about things that inspire me in hopes that it'll inspire something within you. And it's all about like bringing people back home to who they really are. This beautiful light, this beautiful gift, really. You're a gift, I'm a gift, and we're a gift to this present moment. And the things that kind of hold us back from really allowing our true gifts to shine through is the conditioning. And I don't think that it has to be that way. I don't think that our conditioning has to hold us back. I don't think our limited beliefs have to hold us back. I don't think that our past has to hold us back. I don't think that our repetitious thought patterns have to hold us back. I really do see in myself, and I see in others, that we can overcome this conditioning, but we can only overcome this conditioning by seeing it for what it is. And it's only conditioning, and it's not really who you are. You are this powerful being that's behind the conditioning, that's aware of the conditioning. And when we can separate ourselves from that, that's when we're really able to shine through and able to be a light of our own life. Because I see it like this. You know what time it is. I always reference my nephew because, come on, like, why not? Like, y'all gonna know this guy. Like it's funny because, like, in 10 years, like, when he's 10 years old, he'll be like, Uncle Dave, you're always talking about me. I was like, yeah, bro, because you was a light. You was a light. But, like, yeah, so, like, we're all born this beautiful light, this pure awareness, this pure, beautiful being. And depending upon, like I said earlier, depending upon what our parents teach us, depending upon what we learn in school, depending upon the environment that we're in, we will get a certain type of conditioning. And this conditioning is unique to all of us because we all grow up in different environments. And oftentimes we grow up this conditioning, and this makes us be a certain type of way. But we forget that when we were born, we were this pure, untainted life, this pure, untainted awareness, this pure light, this pure, beautiful being. We forget that, and we get caught up in the conditioning. And all I'm talking about is that this conditioning is the conditioning, and you are who you are. And there is a separation in that. But when we get caught up in all the conditioning, which is what happens to most people, which is what happens is that all of our awareness goes straight up into our head, and we start to just operate from the conditioning. And like in no, it wasn't my last video, it was a video before, but it's like, it's noticing when I'm in my conditioning and when I'm operating from my conditioning, or I'm operating from my heart space. Like I said, the heart is light. And you know when you're operating from this heart space, and that's a beautiful way to actually discern if I'm operating from my conditioned mind, my personal thinking, my personal thought process, or am I operating from something that's actually greater than that, something that's really this unlimited potential. The heart is light. When you're operating from your heart, it's a lot lighter. When you're operating from your mind, it's restricted because there's so many limits. There's so many limits that have been placed on you. There's so many limits that have been placed on the identity. Every label is a limit. Every label is a limit because a label can only do so much. A label can only go to a certain extent, and then you can't encompass a label anymore. But what's really cool about human beings is that we have this unlimited capacity. We have this unlimited potential to express anything through us. And it was really cool because I painted a painting behind me, and you maybe seen it before my videos, and I was looking at it last night and I was like, wow, that literally flowed through me. That came through me. That painting literally came through me. Like, in that painting, it's art. That's why people love art. Because it's like, it's an expression of a human being, and it's an expression of what we have inside of us. It's an expression of this wildness and this untamed life, this pure awareness, this beautiful light, this beautiful gift that's within all of us. And when we're able to shine, when we're able to allow that to shine through, really cool things happen. And we create magic. When we're able to come together with groups of people and we allow our unlimited potential to come through and we create magic, really beautiful things happen. Really cool things happen. And like, I just like to just think about it like this. It's like, how many times in your life are you just purely operating off of what you know and what you've been taught? Like, think about that. Just think about, like, how often are you operating from fear, insecurity, judgment, self-judgment of yourself and self-judgment of others, judgment of others, like your opinions. And do you see how constricted it is and how limited it is and how it actually keeps you from connecting with others and connecting with yourself because of the beliefs and the ideas that you have? And so a thing that we do is that when we start to notice, when we become aware that we have a condition and we have a pattern of thought that we operate from, we start to go to self-help, and we go to personal development. We try to change our thoughts, we try to change our belief systems, and yet again we're still operating in this very limited place because it's only the thought process and it's only the thinking that we're still trying to fix. But what I'm talking about is a total detachment. And it sounds kind of weird, but it's not actually. It don't sound weird actually, because it is what's always happening. We're always aware of our thoughts and we're always aware of our emotions, to the degree that we give all of our awareness and our attention to the thoughts and the emotions. It's to the degree that we'll identify with it, and it's to the degree that we'll actually operate from it. But at any minute, like any moment, you can just become completely aware, and people call this mindfulness. You can be mindful of the thoughts you think. And I want to use the example real quick, because I want to give you an example of how our attention and our awareness can flow through our whole body, and depending upon where we're giving our attention and our awareness to is depending upon how we'll feel. So I don't know if you ever heard those guided meditations before, but they were like, take a deep breath and allow and give all of your attention to your feet and now wiggle your toes. And then they say, then bring your awareness up to your legs and feel the sensation of your pants on your skin. Now bring your awareness up to your chest and feel your shirt on your chest and feel the sensation of the shirt is on your body. And if you're actually doing this with me, you can actually like kind of bring more awareness to those areas of your body. And then we have the moments where we bring all of our awareness up into our thought process. And this is the trickiest thing, because our thought process and our mind is such a powerful tool that it's so easy to get caught up in here. And I like to use this is because when I was in my state of depression, all of my awareness came straight to my thought processes, because everything that I thought I believed in and everything that I thought was negative, and I thought I had to give all my attention to it, and in doing that I wasn't aware of the things that are around me. I would go outside and I couldn't even see the beauty of outside because all of my awareness is on what I was thinking about, and mostly all the negative self-judgment and negative self-talk that I had about myself. And so the point that I'm making is that as I'm making this video right now, my awareness is not really upon my thoughts. My awareness is really just like this outward light shining. And this is something that we all have. And this is a connection that we all have. And the thing that kind of causes a disconnection is kind of our programmed thought and our programmed conditioning. I went to this school, I lived on this side of the town, and this is what I think about it. You lived on this side of the town, and this is how you were raised, and so we're different. But there is a fine line that connects all of us. And that's this heart space, this awareness, this love that connects all of us. And when we can fall out of our conditioning thought, Now we can see that we can be aware of our conditioning, and that it's not even bad to be conditioned. That's another thing. It's like we all are conditioned to a certain degree. That's how we were raised. As a kid, we can only take in information. And as we get older, and as we probably get on a personal development path or whatever path you're on, we start to kind of beat ourselves up for our conditioning. Like, oh, why am I like this? I know my mom made me feel like this, but why am I like this? It's like, that's not the point. The point is not to beat yourself up. The point is to embrace all of your humanness and see how beautiful it is. The fact that you can actually be conditioned, that you can operate from a conditioning, or you can operate outside of your conditioning, is a beautiful thing. It's a very beautiful thing. And I think that we're all here to just really express this unique flavor and this unique individuality and the beauty that actually came with the conditioning, and expressing something even greater than that. Using your personality, using your unique gifts, using it to help others and to spread love and to shine. To shine! To shine. So that's what I want to share with you. This is really a very inspired video because, like I said, I got done doing a live and I was like, I'm going to make a video. I'm feeling the energy still. So that's what I wanted to do. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you liked it, you know what to do. Leave a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And leave a comment below if this resonated with you. And I'll speak to you very soon. Have a beautiful day. Peace.